What's up, champs? In this video, I'm gonna share whether you need to bulk first or if you need to cut first if you're overweight. Now, before we dive in, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. And with that said, let's get to the action. Now listen guys, I have personal experience with this. Back when I was in my teenage years, I was in middle school, going into high school, and I found myself like having this big head, slim body look. And so I wanted to bulk up. I wanted to gain some muscle so I could talk to the girls, so I could talk to the ladies. And I found myself putting on mass by eating any and everything. I found myself eating peanut butter jelly sandwiches, soul food, mass gainer shakes, and I got bigger, but I had this fluffy, bulky look. And that's what typically happens to a lot of guys. We try to eat any and whatever just so we can gain the mass, and we have this bulky look, and some of us, we end up getting fat in the process. You know, we lose all our abs, we end up getting fat. And so here's why I say guys need to cut first, all right? I believe guys should cut first, because most guys who bulk up, if they don't understand nutrition, what ends up happening is when they start trying to cut, they lose all their muscle. And that was something that was happening to me. Every time I'd cut, I'd look skinny fat. I'd look, slim. I didn't look lean and defined like I do now. And so it wasn't until I actually understood how important proper nutrition was to being able to get lean and build and bulk up. And so here's the thing. When you focus on getting lean first, you have to optimize and start to understand nutrition by understanding your calories, understanding your macros, understanding how to control your portions. Once you get a good handle on that, on how to dial all that in, you'll be able to get lean and cut as you want to get. You'll be able to get, six-pack ab rip if you want to. And once you have that clarity, now you have the tools to be able to bulk up instead of trying to bulk up, not really knowing what to do, and try to cut, and you lose all the hard work you done put in. And I'll be honest with you guys, like, it's way easier to focus on dropping body fat than it is to put on muscle. One of the reasons is because it's a lot quicker. When you're trying to drop body fat, you can knock it off a lot quicker. But when you're trying to gain quality muscle mass, it takes longer. Like, I have coaching clients who will drop 25, 30, 35 pounds in just 3 months. But you're not gonna gain that much muscle in 3 months. You may gain, 6, 8, maybe 12 pounds of muscle. That's like on the high end, like you gotta have some good genetics to be able to gain that amount of muscle in 12 weeks. Like, some people don't gain that amount of muscle in an entire year. And so you kind of got to, you get what I'm saying as far as like how challenging it is to gain quality muscle. And so most times when guys are bulking up, they're gaining a lot of fat too with that muscle. And so they get that fluffy look. And so, like I was saying, guys, it's a much better process when you focus on optimizing for fat loss first, get as lean, cut, and ripped as you want to get, but also while lifting weights and understanding nutrition, like use that time to really like hone in on your skills and knowledge of nutrition. Like, I think every man should have a fundamental level of nutrition. You don't have to be like a professional at knowing it, but you need to understand the difference between a protein and a carb, or a fat and a protein, right? And once you gain that knowledge, now you have those tools to start saying, okay, I know where I'm at right now. I'm at, let's say, 2,000 calories. I'm 170 pounds, and now I'm ready to start gaining muscle mass because I'm as lean and ripped as I want to be. Now you understand, okay, well, I'm not gonna ramp up my calories significantly. I'm gonna maybe start eating an extra 200 calories or extra 300, 3 or 4 or 500 calories on a week-to-week basis. And so instead of eating 2,000, I'm gonna bump it up to 2,300 or 2,500. Do that for a couple of weeks. I start to see the changes in my body. I start to see my muscles starting to fill out. I'm gaining some weight, but I'm not gaining that fluff weight. Now, once you hit a plateau, you can gradually increase it some more. But you see what I'm saying? Like, once you start to understand that nutrition part of it, you know what levers to pull. So as you're gaining that muscle, as you're bulking up now that you've gotten as lean and cut as you want to, now you're transitioning to bulk up. Now you know how to manipulate your nutrition, because some guys think that just lifting heavy is gonna make them, you know, bulk up and get lean. And just, you know, eating any and whatever is gonna help them bulk up and just get a whole lot of muscle. But you can lift heavy, eat garbage food. One, you're gonna feel shitty. You're not gonna have no energy. You might even tank your testosterone levels if you're, you know, you're past your 30s and, you know, you're eating all this sugar and all this garbage. It's just not a good look, guys. So you wanna focus on eating quality food, lifting weights a good 3-4 days a week, you know, doing a little bit of cardio, and then gradually increasing your calorie intake, your protein, carbs, your fat intake, once you're ready to start bulking up. And so that's it, guys. I hope you found this helpful. Like I said, I'd say optimize for fat loss first, get to where you want to get to far as like leanness and cutness, and then start to optimize for bulking up afterwards. So with that said, guys, be sure to like the video, comment any questions or topics you want me to talk about in the future, and also be sure to subscribe to the channel, baby. We out. Let's get to the action.